43172 is at the rear of a Penzance service from Cardiff. We are still not ready to depart Bristol. Thankfully there's no one sitting next to me, which is great. Couldn't get a first class upgrade for the journey back home, but I think I'll live with it. Legroom is alright, exact same as the LNER Azuma. For each seat you have 2 power sockets. First class you get 1 power socket and a
very good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the
USB port.
1400 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Barnspa, Chippenham, Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. Expected to arrive at 18:30. For safety and security, CCTV is operational in your carriages. However, do keep watch around your belongings at all times and try not to leave anything unattended so as to not raise the necessary security alarms. But if you see or hear anything suspicious or anyone behaving suspiciously, do not hesitate to contact myself, another member of the crew, or alternatively you can text British Transport Police on 61016. Once again, that is British Transport Police, text 61016. The journey is made up of 9 coaches on the very you can find coach A, and on the very coach you can find coach L. First class of coaches K and L, and standard class on all the other coaches. Furthermore, coach A is not designated high coach. If you are travelling over there, please keep mobiles to a minimum. If you do need to take or make any phone calls, do so in the vestibule area. Also, in interest of safety and security, let's do our best to keep the aisles clear of any obstructions or tripping hazards, such as suitcases, jackets, coats and charging cables. NSA principle also applies to the vestibule areas, as each and every single door with a light to board is aligned to trains, also an emergency exit. Let's keep those clear. You can ensure this is done by storing all your luggage in the luggage racks and luggage spaces in every single area. Your bicycle in the bicycle space, and your pushchair folded and stored away. I'm also very happy to say we have catering on our service today. My colleagues will be walking down the train with their trolleys. And once again, it's just a safety and security, not only for themselves, but also my colleagues as well as to keep the aisles clear of any tripping hazards. And as you see my colleagues walking down the aisle, please mind your feet, your knees, your elbows, and your hips. And you can be falling a pain today. Just keep it on the nose, you should keep your colleagues walking down. So they don't pop their head last minute and get hit by the trolley. It's also worth mentioning that my colleagues can only take card payments.
Good thing I purchased tickets in advance. Just getting my rail card ready for the onboard crew. For when the train manager passes through. Because I have a digital rail card. If you purchase a digital rail card, you get it instantly rather than having to wait for it to be delivered. It's now 14:05. We just left Bristol Temple Meads. Rail card prices. 16 to 25 rail card, £30 for 1 year, £70 for 3 years. Senior, £30 rail card prices. 16 to 25 senior or family and friends or veterans rail cards at £30 for a year, £70 for 3 years. Disabled persons, £20 for 1 year, £54 for 3 years. Two together network rail card and 26 to 30 rail cards at £30 for a year. For the 16 to 17 saver, it's £30. Network rail card is if you're travelling within the network rail card zone, such as from Gatwick Airport to Eastbourne. That's not the onboard manager, that's not the train manager, that's the onboard trolley service walking through the train. You can purchase rail cards for yourself or for someone else. We just passed Chippenham. Why didn't I reserve a seat in the quiet coach? Probably so I could be closer to the front of the train when we get off in Paddington. The only advantage about the quiet coach is that there are no morons allowed to play music. We'll be calling at Bath Spa, Chippenham, Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. Seat reservations are recommended on this service. Bike reservations are mandatory. Quiet coach is in coach A. All carriages are standard apart from the front two carriages, which are first class. Since the refreshment trolley is here, I think it'll be a great chance for me to have some lunch. Because I didn't have time to grab some lunch earlier at Bristol Temple Meads, because I didn't want to miss the train. The only advantage of GWR first class on the IET is that seats are comfortable and that you get plenty of space. Hello sir, I'll have the Kit Kat and some crisps.
Yeah, what flavour would you like?
What flavours are there?
I've got lightly salted cheese and onion, salt and vinegar.
Cheese and onion please.
Cheese and onion.
What drinks are there?
So I've got Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, water, or orange juice. Water. Did I say water?
Just looking at the other drinks.
I've got alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've got Carlsberg, Tribute Pale Ale, Thatcher's Gold Cider, white wine, gin and tonic.
I'll have the white wine please.
We are now approaching
That's £7.25 then, please.
Please take all your belongings with you.
Do you need your receipt at all for that one?
No thanks.
No, thanks very much. Any refreshments?
And take care when stepping down the trolley.
Exactly like Lumo and Trans-Pennine Express, although I haven't been on Trans-Pennine Express, you get onboard trolley. And there was a Portsmouth to Cardiff service.
And we are, ladies and gentlemen, arriving at Bath Bar. If you're running over here for the around you, ensure all your belongings with you. Please, for your safety and security, do mind the step to the gap as we line onto the plan. Once again, for your safety and security, please mind the step to the gap as we line onto the plan. Please, my thing, the best for the station. Bath Bar.
Just pop it out when it is strong enough. Brilliant, thank you.
This is Bath Spa. This is the Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Chippenham, Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. Sorry. Just going back to my seat because there's more people getting on here. doors are not locked. Just gonna wait for the doors to lock. This is where you can store your bike. Mostly bikes or very large items. Trying to put my phone on charge.
And our next stop, ladies and gentlemen, will be Chippenham. I apologise for the passes from Barnspar, possibly 2 minutes behind schedule. I do apologise for this. We had one more start closing properly, debris on the rails. I do apologise for that, obviously. So we need to be sure that all the doors were closed properly. And then a safe departure from Barnspar. Obviously, this was a bit of a delay, like I mentioned. Roughly 2 minutes behind schedule. I do apologise for this once again. The rest assured we'll always recover as much as we can from this lost time. Our next stop is Chippenham, where we're going to delay. We should be arriving at approximately 14:27. Thank you for your patience and understanding and for travelling this delay.
Got a Kit Kat, white wine, and some cheese and onion crisps. Still have my rail card out for when the train manager passes through to check tickets. Same crisps I had on board Limo.
Chippenham. Please take all your belongings with you. Please find the gap between the train
Sorry.
and the platform and take care when stepping down the track.
Where is the bin? Sorry, just looking for a bin. Never mind. Maybe another carriage. Oh wait, the bathroom has bins. Good. I think the doors open on this side at Chippenham. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember from the train towards Bristol. Swindon, Didcot Parkway, both of which are left. Reading and Paddington does vary, depending on how many available platforms there are.
And this is Chippenham, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready to go, have a good look around you. Check all your belongings. Please, for your safety and security, do mind stepping again bend your light onto the platform. Stepping again is quite big compared to the station. Once again, please mind stepping again bend your light onto the platform. Chippenham.
And the door seals. This is Swindon. This train is for London Paddington, calling at Swindon, Didcot Parkway. Actually, this is Chippenham. This train is for London Paddington, calling at Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading, and London Paddington. Next train on platform 1 is a 1441 to Bristol Temple Meads, calling at Bath Spa and Bristol Temple Meads. It's nice how I'm sitting on the opposite side for this journey. So I can see Heathrow Airport Junction.
Ladies and gentlemen, will be Swindon.
Electric power for the remainder of the journey towards Paddington. changing seats. For a better window view, because the person sat in front of me, they got off at Chippenham. Two people in 49 and 50 were supposed to be sitting there. They were supposed to be in 49 and 50 from Bath Spa, but thankfully no one is, so got to 6 seats to myself, which means I can pull the blind down without having to annoy anyone. It's odd how some of the seats say that they're reserved when no one's sitting in them. Obviously that service is heading towards Bristol Temple Meads. LNER is still better for both standard and first passengers. We're calling at Swindon, Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. The next station is Swindon. GWR first class is probably a rip-off, but Some people call it a rip-off, but in my opinion, not really, because the seats are comfortable, and there's not many people in first class compared to standard. Once I arrive into Paddington, I plan on doing the Circle and Hammersmith and City lines. I'm going to, but it may not happen. We will shortly be
We're
arriving.
now approaching Swindon.
Swindon.
Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I was letting that man pass through. Doors are automatic. I spoke to the onboard crew from on the train from Bristol to Severn Beach.
If you're wanting to have a good look around you, make sure all control vision, please, for your safety and security. Do mind the step in again.
They said that bike reservations are only mandatory on the faster trains. Whoa! One in the NHS livery. 802020 is heading to Swansea, calling at Bristol Parkway, Newport, Cardiff Central, Bridgend, Port Talbot Parkway, Neath and Swansea. This is Swindon. Sorry. It says over there. Oh, never mind. This train is for London Paddington, calling at Didcot Parkway, Reading, and London Paddington.
Thanks, train driver.
I'm not a train driver. I don't work.
Sorry.
I don't work for the railway. Hopefully, the onboard team sort it out.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Train manager speaking. Just to advise you, we are scheduled to depart at 14:41. It is currently 14:39. It's going to be held at Swindon for just a few more minutes until our departure time. Once again, it is scheduled to be at 14:41. It is now 14:40. So very, very shortly we'll be departing from Swindon. Thank you for your patience.
802020 departs with 802019 at the rear of a Swansea service. I believe it's the 1348 from London Paddington to Swansea. Once again, that train is calling at Newport. It's calling at Bristol Parkway, Newport, Cardiff Central, Bridgend, Port Talbot Parkway, Neath and Swansea. We are ready to depart Swindon. Next station, Didcot Parkway. There's no one sitting behind me or in front of me, so it's fine.
Very warm welcome to all the passengers that just joined us at Swindon for this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Didcot Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. We're scheduled to arrive at 15:36. For safety and security, CCTVs in operation in all carriages. However, do keep watch behind your belongings at all times and try not to leave anything unattended so as to not raise unnecessary security alarms. But if you see or hear anything suspicious or anyone behaving suspiciously, do not hesitate to contact myself, another member of the crew, or alternatively you can text British Transport Police on 61016. Once again, that is British Transport Police via text on 61016. This is a service for London Paddington, and our next call will be Didcot Parkway. We're expected to arrive at 14:56. Thank you for travelling with us today.
Someone's supposed to be sitting there from Swindon to Paddington. Seats 56 and 60, they're meant to be occupied, but they're not. No idea why, maybe they chose not to travel. traffic lights. GWR was so much better, honestly, when they had HSTs. I think maybe they had better food in first class when they had HSTs. Not just a drink and some flapjacks or a cookie. No idea what that was, but better to sit on the other side because no one's sitting in seat 56 at the moment. And maybe after we pass Slough, I'll go back to this side. It's a lot less sunny on this side at the moment.
We are now approaching Didcot Parkway. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, arriving in at Didcot Parkway. If you're lining over here, have a good look around you. Make sure you have all your belongings with you, please, for your safety and security. And do mind the step in the gap as you arrive onto the platform. If you're looking for your next available Oxford connection, you have the 1504 departing from platform 5, which will also be calling at Culham and Bradley. Again, Oxford service 1504 to platform 5. Keep in mind, local public service. Beginning Broadway, you have the 1508 departing from platform.
I think LNER has the best Class 80X units because you can just sit in any available seat. 387-172 and 387-155 not in service. Probably reversing before going back to Paddington. They will call at Chelsea, Goring and Streatley, Pangbourne, Tulhurst, Reading, Twyford, Maidenhead, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway and Paddington. So that is the slower train. Hello Didcot Parkway. Trains calling at Reading and London Paddington. 66502. Next stop is Reading, our penultimate stop. Once again, the train is calling at Reading and London Paddington. Our next and penultimate stop is Reading. lots of empty seats. Someone was meant to... Oh yeah, that's my original seat, 57. 49 and 50. People were meant to be sat in 49 and 50 from Bath Spa. Someone was meant to sit in 52 from Bath Spa. Seats 56 and 60 were meant to be occupied from Swindon all the way to London Paddington. The person sitting in 53, they got off at Bath Spa. Looking out for vomiters operated by Cross Country. Obviously they'll be headed to Manchester, calling at Oxford, Banbury, Leamington Spa, Coventry, Birmingham International, Birmingham New Street, Wolverhampton, Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, Macclesfield, Stockport and Manchester Piccadilly. Also Macclesfield as well. Wait, did I say Macclesfield? Oh yeah, I did. Never mind. If only I was in first class at the moment. Chelsea. Freight train. GWR IET. Don't know where it's headed to, but Goring and Straightly.
Further drinks or snacks?
I'll have some water, please.
The water?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
No thanks.
No, just water?
Yes.
That is £1.60 then, please, sir.
Just
Brilliant. Would you like your receipt?
no thanks.
No. Thank you very much. Any further refreshments?
Onboard trolley returning back to his seat. Bottle of too bad. Pangbourne, a 387 heading to Goring and Straitley, Chelsea and Didcot Parkway. Tolhurst. We'll soon be approaching Reading, our penultimate stop for South Western Railway, cross country, other Great Western Railway services and coach link to Heathrow Airport.
We are now approaching Reading.
Our penultimate stop.
Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down the train. Please do not take large items of luggage on the escalators. Instead, use the lifts provided.
Change here for the Rail Air coach link to Heathrow Airport.
Lots of spare 387s. There is a 387 waiting to depart for Newbury, obviously. Can't go to Basingstoke because the line there is not electrified. Platform 14 is the Elizabeth line service to Paddington, calling at Twyford, Maidenhead, Taplow, Burnham, Slough, Langley, Ivor, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Southall, Ealing Broadway and Paddington. All Elizabeth line services have 9 carriages. This is Reading, our penultimate stop. The train is for London Paddington only. The next and final stop is London Paddington. Sorry. You know, someone's sitting in 56. Sorry. Platform 8 is a cross-country vomiter to Manchester Piccadilly, calling at Oxford, Banbury, Leamington Spa, Coventry, Birmingham International, Birmingham New Street, Wolverhampton, Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, Macclesfield, Stockport and Manchester Piccadilly. .387 departing for Paddington, calling at Twyford, Maidenhead, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway and Paddington. Now ready to depart non-stop to London Paddington, where the train will terminate. Once again, the train will terminate at London Paddington. Platform 11 for the 1518 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at London Paddington only. This train has 10 coaches. Customers are reminded to mind the gap between the train and platform edge when boarding. There is a South Western Railway service to Waterloo.
Very warm welcome to the passengers that just joined us and ready for the Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. And final call.
Yeah, so it must
We're
be
expected to arrive at 15:30.
because their times. This whole time is going to be long. It's going to be measured against this, which is a tiny part of it. It's sad.
Also, for safety and security, CCTVs in operation in our carriages. However, do keep a watchful eye on your belongings at all times and try not to leave anything.
Do you know what
So it's
the
not raised necessary security alarm.
board's like now?
See, can't hear anything suspicious or anyone behaving suspiciously. Do not hesitate to contact myself.
Right.
Alternatively, you can text British
Right.
Armed Police on 61216. Once again,
Right.
that is British Armed Police on a text 61216. This is the service for London Paddington. Next and final call. Thank you for
Unless you
coming.
get caught out by something like because you just think you're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
So it's all about
Yeah,
you. And we thought we were doing what I really think we were too.
yeah.
I think we were actually really close to finding it out ourselves.
Right.
It's not too far away. Because we were
Yeah, yeah,
probing.
yeah. What,
It's just tragic.
it is tragic. Yes. Like you say, I think
It doesn't help consumers of water services in the southeast of England.
it doesn't. But you know, maybe there's an alternative. Maybe there's an alternative disposal. The problem is we spend so much money on this investigation. Never gonna.
We are expected to overtake Elizabeth Line and GWR services.
They're going to want their skull.
They are.
Whether they get it.
Then between Hayes and Harlington and Paddington, we're expected to run parallel with the Heathrow Express and Elizabeth Line.
I mean, presumably the evidence is what I've said today. The defence could call on to come in.
But you'd be good at spending defence. And particularly because, so again, I represented some of the individual employees before we were for obstruction, and the Southern Waters defence, successful defence against obstruction was no evidence as to
Twyford.
And I think we're going to have the same problem with this. The only issue will be, I think if I could construct a case of is a decision maker who could shape the direction. So I think if it were me, I would have a heart to do. I'd have respect to the public thing. Yeah, well, no, I think you could do it against the public, against the suppliers.
Oh, against the public.
Yeah, but you would have to be careful about how you frame the image, and you also have to.
At what point does double jeopardy? I know it's a technique, it's slightly
I haven't said that because unfortunately,
There is no onboard manager checking our tickets at the moment.
but I really do wonder what on earth it's all about. What happens if, let's say, someone is can't, I mean, how would someone affect the company if it's all
Well, I think what happens is licenses and offline stepping to run it.
and right, so I mean that's the thing. It's like,
And so Ofwat probably goes off to Trent.
yes,
So then it says, could you take this
it's
over?
would you only, yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, if you've got a really hospital management, that's sensible.
Yeah.
You haven't got a really
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that's where I felt that Ronnie hiding to nothing on the subject of maybe I didn't quite clean the statement enough on the credit rating point.
Oh, you did. I mean, they
Because
kept
it's
on
a
talking
license
about
condition.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're going to give up my license.
Yeah, yeah.
We might talk about putting another 50 million in just
Yeah.
to keep.
Yeah, you did. They kept coming back to it, but again, it's like I said to you yesterday, they have their clear. They want to try and play things.
Yeah.
Marlow branch. Twyford is for the Henley branch.
Because he doesn't want to have to go to a show. So he might say, well, why haven't you have to do this? Maybe you'll go back branch. He wouldn't. I don't think that's worth his. He's not going to put himself at risk of going and sent to prison. For that. So he's. There's also that list that Tony Pride on. It's exactly the timing. It's exactly the sort of thing that would have been awesome.
I know. Well,
How it's odd though that they
Taplow. That there was an Elizabeth line train to Reading.
well, that's it. So it does. But you know, again, I mean, I've been doing this in previously years. So we use that spreadsheet, and the interpretation they give it is CapEx is. I can't remember what the thing was. 60. But and the workarounds was 1.8.
Train managers checking tickets for those who got on at Bath, Spa, Chippenham, Swindon, Didcot Parkway or Reading. Or maybe they're making sure... No, Burnham. Maybe they're making sure that
that's not how
that only first class ticket holders are in the first class area, as it's not declassified on the fast trains, the high speed ones.
So when are you on holiday?
Tomorrow night.
Why not? Oh really? Wow. How long are you there?
2 weeks. I started making them take my passport.
No, they could never do that. Unfortunately, they don't have the power. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Is that something that you've been planning for a long time?
Yeah, quite a while.
How long's the flight?
Yeah, well, you have to fly to Joburg and then back out. Maybe ready flight.
We now pass through Slough. There's an Elizabeth line train to Reading.
Yeah.
Pass through Slough, that there is the Windsor and Eton Central branch. The shuttle is probably in Windsor and Eton Central already.
It's not the most convenient today because it's got lots of other things that you want to finish going on. But just please, it's
Yeah.
done it.
Should form the 1525 back to Slough.
You won't, I don't think, unless there is a trial. And like I say, I'm more used to the things that you can do to prosecution, and only then to some people. I don't think they can possibly apply to anything like that. I think so.
GWR 387 to Didcot Parkway.
Phil, you know, I don't think Phil's done himself any
Must have passed Langley. That's Langley, by the way.
The trouble is, sometimes people say silly things because they've actually done wrong.
Do you where did it go at the end? Do you know?
Sorry,
Where did Phil go?
I was told he went off to the Midlands. Dubai and something to work there. I'm not sure what the others are. I don't know the wrong.
Hello, Elizabeth line train to Paddington. Goodbye, Elizabeth line train to Paddington as you approach over. We will see you go to Abbey Wood on 6th of November from Reading and Heathrow Airport. From Shenfield to Liverpool Street from 6th of November, that'll be Shenfield to Reading, Shenfield to Paddington, then also Abbey Wood to Heathrow and Reading. There'll be a total of 16 trains per hour between Whitechapel and Paddington when the Elizabeth line fully opens on 6th of November. 8 trains per hour from Abbey Wood to Hayes and Harlington, 4 trains to Heathrow Airport Terminals 2 and 3, 2 trains per hour to Terminal 4, 2 trains per hour to Terminal 5 as we pass through West Drayton, 4 trains per hour to Maidenhead, and then 2 of which continue beyond Maidenhead to Reading. Chingford. Oh yeah, Abbey Wood to Heathrow Terminal 4. Terminal 4 because of its recent reopening on 14th of June. Then Abbey Wood to Reading, not Maidenhead. So you can see the line from Heathrow Airport. This is definitely the line from Heathrow, the branch from Heathrow Airport. Your train manager speaking. It's not long before we arrive into Paddington, about 10 minutes or so, considering we just passed Heathrow Airport Junction.
They are trying to bring full service in, which is why there won't be any changing
So,
Hayes and Harlington, that's an Elizabeth line train to Heathrow Terminal 5.
oh, yeah. I didn't realise that was the maximum. Then is that
Hayes and Harlington, that there is an Elizabeth line train to Paddington. It's either from Heathrow Airport or Reading. That's probably the Heathrow Express to... No, it's not Heathrow Express, probably GWR to Newbury or... Yep, definitely the Heathrow... Definitely a Heathrow Express train. No, I don't think it's the Heathrow Express, can't be running now. Let's just say it's another GWR service. Could be preparing for the Elizabeth line's opening on 6th of November. What I mean by that is the Shenfield trains will go to Paddington from Liverpool Street, and Abbey Wood trains will connect with the trains to Heathrow and Reading. So it's not Elizabeth line related. We did pass through Slough back there. We also passed through Hayes and Harlington for the trains to Heathrow. Another GWR service. Not the Heathrow Express yet.
Very fortuitous.
We're now passing through Southall. That's an Elizabeth line train to Reading. Then the train behind it will be for Heathrow Terminal 4, I believe.
I don't need to do anything now. I'm done.
You are done.
I'm just you don't need to do anything. And you let Richard Manning know.
I will. I will. Yeah, I owe him a sort of update as to where we are with all of this. So because you're the last one, I'm going to send him an update and say this is where everything's been left. I'll take it.
This is your TfL service update. The Elizabeth line has minor delays from Abbey Wood to Paddington while we fix faulty platform edge doors at Liverpool Street. Good service on the rest of the Elizabeth line. Trams have severe delays operating from East Croydon to Wimbledon every 15 minutes with no service on the rest of the tram network due to strike action. Good service on London Underground lines, DLR, other Elizabeth line routes, London and London Overground lights. We just passed through Hanwell, also known as Hanwell and Elthorn, only served by Elizabeth line trains to and from Heathrow, between Paddington and Heathrow. 387174, 387168, 387148. Some beauties in the depot over there, I mean the sidings, not really a depot. Now we pass through West Ealing. That there is the Elizabeth line to Heathrow Terminal 4.
No.
Calling at Hanwell, Southall, Hayes and Harlington, Heathrow Airport Central for Terminals 2 and 3, and Heathrow Airport Terminal 4. West Ealing is also for trains to Greenford. Ealing Broadway. Shetty line arriving, Central Line train, Shetty line arriving from Hainault via Newbury Park.
I think so.
Hello, District Line train to Upminster. Yeah, the Elizabeth line is not really a tube line. Yes, because the Elizabeth line is not a tube line. Oh, hello Heathrow Express. Goodbye Heathrow Express. Enjoy your wonderful journey to Heathrow Terminal 5 via Terminals 2 and 3. 66169. 69 is a good number. Acton Main Line. Once again, the station is only served by Elizabeth line trains to and from Heathrow.
Yeah. I mean,
that was off one.
Exactly.
That there is a GWR service to Didcot Parkway, calling at Ealing Broadway, Hayes and Harlington, West Drayton, Ivor, Langley, Slough, Burnham, Taplow, Maidenhead, and Slough. It's calling at Ealing Broadway, Hayes and Harlington. This is going to be Old Oak Common Station. No idea when it's going to open, probably in the next 2 years or so.
No, they didn't.
Lots of Class 3, 4, 5 units,
So was I. But
previously known as TfL Rail.
it's fascinating how they put these buildings up with the cores and the lift cores. That's good. It's 4:30.
So how much of your practice is this sort of thing, and how much is health and safety?
We are now approaching London Paddington, where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Yeah.
The DWI had a few problems.
GWR is alright.
Change here for London Underground, Bakerloo, Circle, District and Hammersmith City lines. The Heathrow Express runs non-stop to Heathrow Airport and departs from platform 6 and 7. You'll find taxis available from the rank adjacent to platform 12.
Sometimes Heathrow Express may depart from other platforms. Once again, Paddington our final stop. Change here for Bakerloo, Circle, District and Hammersmith and City lines. The Elizabeth line, including services to Heathrow and Heathrow Express. You can also change here for Central line from Lancaster Gate. There is a GWR service to Exeter St David's, I believe. It's going via Newbury, Pusey. A couple of empty Elizabeth line trains waiting for their next voyage to Abbey Wood. Calling at Tottenham Court Road, Farringdon, Liverpool Street, Whitechapel, Canary Wharf, Custom House, Woolwich and Abbey Wood. There's one now forming its next voyage to Abbey Wood. Paddington is the end of our journey. also change here for slower GWR services to Didcot Parkway.
And we go with the demo arriving at London Paddington on London Final Call. We would like to visit the Avanti and LNER all the way with you. You'll see it. It might have definitely happened.
Even if I didn't get a Seatfrog upgrade, it has been a pleasant journey on board 800 313.
London Paddington, all change, all change.
All change. 387 140. It will form the 387 140 London will form the. It will operate the 1540 to Heathrow Terminal 5 via Terminals 2 and 3. Once again, this is Paddington, where we finish our journey.
Yeah. So what's I've actually looked at
Here we are at Paddington. This is it, Paddington, where we finish our journey.
Services to First Plant, Chippenham, Pullman and Norway.
Change at Twyford, services to Wargrave, Shipley and Henley on Thames. Anyways, that's it for the journey from Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington. Actual unit was 800 311. Hope you enjoyed it. See you all next time. Take care and goodbye.